Hi there, this is Jason Dunn from Pocket PC Thoughts, and this is an unboxing and first impressions video of the HTC Touch Cruise. Now this device has been out for a little while in the market, but it's fairly only recently come over to North America. It's been released in Europe prior to that. So let's take a quick peek inside the box here, and we'll get to the good stuff nice and quick. So this is it. This is the device. It's a TouchFLO device, so this graphic is of course showing you how that actually works. It's not the most slender device, you know, in the world, but it does have a lot of serious features under the hood. So we're going to take a look at that shortly. I'll just set that aside. We'll see if there's anything else interesting. This is, you know, your typical HTC box. I've almost become a bit jaded. You know, it's a really nice unboxing experience, but because they're so consistent, you know, there's not really a whole lot that's new when I'm doing this. So this is a set of headphones and a speaker phone here, like a microphone. Of course, the headphones use their little mini USB connector. There are no 3.5 millimeter, there's no 3.5 millimeter headphone jack on this device, which is a constant gripe that I have, you know, because I think that if a device is going to be, you know, seriously and easily used as a media player, like an MP3 player, a video player, whatever, I think that the device needs to have a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. The iPhone has it. I think Apple recognizes that people don't want to carry around, you know, adapters. They want to just use the headphones that they like, and I think HTC is really missing the boat when they continue to cling to this newfangled connector. So we have a power brick here, nothing special. It charges using mini USB, which is great, nice and convenient. We have a synchronization cable, and the rest of this is just boring old paperwork. Well, we do have a slipcase here. Now the funny thing is I haven't seen the battery, so maybe, aha, so they hid the battery inside the slipcase. Very clever. So the battery is 1350 milliamps. I'm going to open the device up here. We're going to insert the battery. This is where the SIM card goes. So we'll insert the battery, we will close it up. I'm going to peel this off here because we already know how that works. Going to turn it on. It's always kind of funny, you know, of course, trying to figure out the power on these particular things. Now, of course, it may be that it actually does not have power. All right, well, the device may not have power in the battery, so we're going to set that aside. We'll look at that a little bit later. Inside here in the paperwork, CDs, TomTom, GPS applications, including Sprite backup and SPB GPRS monitor, paperwork, a nice, you know, color manual, good for learning how to use the device. There is, of course, though, no copy of Outlook, so if you want to synchronize with Outlook, you have to have your own copy. And the only other thing in the box is the Stylus. So this is the Stylus that they've used. I'm not a big fan of the little itty bitty styli where I have to, you know, kind of grip it like this. This isn't a super small device, you know, so I think it'd be really nice if they were able to have a slightly longer stylus. Although, as you can see, the stylus runs nearly the length of the device, so it's always a bit of a challenge. What I'm going to do here is I'm just going to walk through some of the specifications for the device, so you know what you're getting. It uses a Qualcomm MSM 7200 400 megahertz processor. This is a Windows Mobile 6 professional device, of course, so this is a touch screen device. It weighs 130 grams with the battery. The 2.8-inch screen is I think it's 320 by 240. It's funny, the specifications sheet doesn't actually list it. Naughty HTC, you should be telling people what the resolution is. It is an HSDPA UMTS phone. The bands, depending on if you get the European version or the US version, but it's obviously, you know, going to have really fast wireless if you're in a supported area. It has the HTC TouchFLO, Bluetooth 2.0, 802.11bg Wi-Fi. It has a 3 megapixel camera, so a little bit more than a lot of other HTC phones, which is pretty cool to see. And then it actually has a front-facing camera that's a VGA camera. So this is used, of course, for video calling. It supports, you know, MP3s and WMAs and everything for ringtones. Standby time is about 450 hours for UMTS and about 400 hours for GSM. And talk time is around 4 hours on UMTS and 7 hours for GSM. Now it has 256 megabytes of ROM and 128 megabytes of RAM. Now it does come with a micro SD storage card slot, which is just over right here on the side. And this is probably, yeah, this is one of HTC's hard to get into ones. That wasn't too hard, but sometimes they're pretty difficult. So down here we have the camera button. On the bottom we have the sync and charge port. Also, you know, you're going to use that for your headphones if you're going to be listening to music. We have an up and down kind of push button here, and then up on the top, there's the power button. It's kind of funny how this works. You know, every device is a little bit different. I did an unboxing for the HTC Shadow recently, and the power button was the red button, the call hang up button. And it's, you know, it's funny how all these devices have different power buttons. It makes for interesting on-camera reviews. This is going to take a minute to boot, so I'm just going to pause and we'll come back when it's booted. All right, so we are back and we're looking at the device now that it's been fully powered up and it's all done its initial configuration. I wanted to point out one little thing is that the box also came with a screen protector, so you can slap that on your device to protect it. So this device has TouchFLO. So looks like maybe I hit the button there. All right, I'll do that again. So you press up, TouchFLO opens. You can press left and right, and it will go around to the different applications. Now, one of the kind of issues with this current generation of TouchFLO is that depending on which application you go into, you may or may not see, you know, sort of a touch-sensitive application. So let me just bring this up again here, and if I go into if I go into, say, tasks, this will bring up the regular Windows Mobile tasks screen, which is not as finger friendly as the rest of TouchFLO is. But if I bring up TouchFLO again, and I'll go into photos, which is where I just was a second ago, this device has a particular version of the HTC album tool that is actually a really cool, you know, a photo viewer. So this is kind of an interesting evolution with each new generation, not even each new generation, each new iteration of the HTC you know, Touch family. They continue to add new applications. Now, if you noticed, if I swirl out, it zooms out. If I swirl in, it will actually zoom in. So this is just a really neat, you know, different way of approaching you know, pictures. So it's a little bit different than the you know, the iPod Touch and the iPhone in terms of, you know, pinching isn't going to work here, but because it's not that particular type of a screen. But this is, you know, a really neat way of looking at your pictures. Now, one of the kind of challenges that that this particular device faces is that right now, at the time I'm doing this video, it sells for about $500. Now, the new generation of devices, like the HTC Touch Diamond and the Touch Professional, they are, of course, you know, thinner and smaller and lighter. This device has GPS built in. I mentioned the software, but I didn't actually mention the hardware. So it has GPS built in, but so does the new Touch Diamond. Now, if instead of, you know, $500, this device was, let's say, $300 or $350, you know, I would say that it would definitely have a place in the market. But with the new devices, the new Touch devices coming out, it's kind of between a rock and a hard place. The new Touch Diamond is obviously going to be more expensive than $500. It's actually going to be, you know, probably closer to $700 or $800 depending on what market you buy it in and if it's subsidized. But I'm not really sure if this device is going to go into, you know, second generation. HTC is really fond of, you know, iterating on devices, and they'll, you know, quite often they'll take a form factor and, you know, kind of a unique control like this, which allows you to, you know, go back and forth, and they'll just sort of throw it by the wayside and they'll come out with something completely new, which is kind of what the Touch Diamond is. So that's my initial impressions of this device. This is Jason Dunn from Pocket PC Thoughts. Comment on our video. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.